The point of coaching is not to solve the problem. The point of coaching is not to fix the client. The point of coaching is not to get an action done. The point of coaching is not to achieve the measurable goal. The point of coaching is not just to get something done. The point of coaching is to create awareness that helps the client develop into a more productive, a more motivated, a more impactful version of themselves. We are not in the business of solving problems. Instead, anything that the coach and client work on, any situation that arises, any goal that is something that we set or is attained in coaching, these are examples and experiments that help the client continue to grow. They are exercises that help the client's own muscles of problem solving, muscles of moving themselves forward. We help them develop those muscles for themselves. I hope this makes sense, and this is a really core and yet challenging concept from the coaching space for those who are coming into coaching. Sometimes there is the sense of, I'm going to be a really good coach because everyone in my family, every one of my friends says that I'm a really good problem solver and I'm great at helping people solve their problems. I've been an executive, a C-level executive, a CEO, a COO, a C whatever O in an organization that grew to $1 billion. I'm going to make a great coach. The fortunate thing about coaching, though, is that none of that stuff will matter in terms of what the coach offers in terms of the inputs. Wonderful experience of success, wonderful experience of solving problems and driving success in terms of a business development and leadership. These help a coach's confidence and awareness of what's possible and how it is extremely possible and likely that this person across the table from me, on the other side of this video from me, they are capable of great things because I was able to do great things, and I am not an odd human being. I'm a human like this other person is. So I fully believe that this individual is able to create their own awareness and exercise really well, and I'm here to help them do that. This is the point of coaching. This is the idea of creating awareness. Core competency number 8, probably one of the ones that overlaps most with the other core competencies, but it is given its own special place in the 11 competencies because it is very important to know that this is the point. This is it's not the foundation of coaching. This is the definition of coaching, that we are helping the person develop by learning new things about himself, herself, about the situation, about their life, their identity, where they want to be going, all of these things. Let's look at the markers of success and be able to grow in our own ability to measure our capability and our performance at helping another person create awareness. The theme of core competency number 8, coaching presence, is invitation. At the end of competency number 4, marker number 8, it talks about partnering with the client to be able to share what they're learning through the entire session. Well, this is, coaching awareness. This is actually like a full unpacking of what is meant by that one little marker. So everything about coaching creating awareness is that idea. How can we partner with the client and help them learn more? So we do that through invitations. First, we invite the client to express whatever they can about how they're growing, what they're learning about their given situation. Oftentimes, this is the subject. This is the beginning of the coaching session that sets the stage for what are we focusing on. As we talk about that area of focus and the areas that need to be addressed in order to get the outcome the client wants by the end of the session, as we're having this whole conversation, we need to pause every once in a while and check in on what they are taking away from the conversation so far, what's standing out to them about the situation. But just as important and very similar to it is marker number 2, where we are asking about what they're taking away about their situation, but we're also asking a couple of questions in there about how they are learning, what are they learning about themselves and who they are and who they want to be in this relationship over here, or for their team when they're at work, or for their home life and their family. Who are they? Who do they want to become? And what are they learning about themselves through the coaching experience? Number 3, And this is a little bit of a sidestep, and I'm wondering about the order of these in this moment, but this one sidesteps to what the coach offers. Whenever a coach is offering something, we need to be willing to offer what we see, what we are learning, what our curiosity has brought up in terms of their situation, the client's situation, what we're seeing about their identity, how we're seeing them, even though they say that they are nervous about talking, advocating for themselves and doing some self-promotion in order to get a promotion from their manager. In this session, they are appearing as a very confident and capable individual, and we get the sense that they could do this very well when they get into the room with their manager. We offer this type of observation around a situation or around the identity of the client we are coaching, but that is our observation, and we might be way off base. So we always follow that up with, but hey, what are you experiencing as you talk this through? Any contribution that the coach offers around the situation and the identity of the client and what we are learning about them, it's always open for interpretation. Another overlap with a variety of other competencies, particularly direct communication, where all of our inputs are given open-handedly. We want the client's feedback and thoughts and their learning around anything we offer. Number 4, competency number 4, how to utilize and apply the learning. Now, again, this is another echo, but this is something that is really looking at the point of competencies 9 through 11. 9 through 11, those are just action planning, goal setting, accountability. Those might be at the end of the competency list, but they're not the point of coaching. Like I've already said, the point of coaching is to help them voice learning in a coaching session, to create new awareness, to identify how their values are at play and what values they most want to honor, what perspectives they've had in the past, how they might want to shift that perspective, what they most need to remember in a difficult conversation or in a decision-making process or moment they're going to have in the future. They're learning all these things and voicing them out loud, and then the coach needs to say, hey, so what are you going to do about it? How are you going to take this forward? We want to capitalize on moments of learning so that the client, will do something with that insight. And this is why it's very critical for the coach not to coach to the hour and the time, as if at 5 minutes till or 10 minutes till the coach is asking about possible action steps. Instead, the best practice is when there is deep learning, you see a shift in their energy, you see something happening because you're present with them, you recognize some learning, you might offer your insight and through an observation, they express more learning. And then in that moment of depth and learning and new awareness, we say, so what do you want to do with this? How do you want to take what you just said and relate it to the outcome you wanted by the end of the session? We stop everything in those moments of insight, capitalize on them, and help the client identify what they want to do with them. Or at the very least, we need to say, would you like to use this or create an action step around what you've just shared? We need to offer the opportunity for the client to move new learning to new action and experimentation to apply the learning. And finally, marker number 5 is the coach's inputs are always focused on learning. Even if we do offer questions about actions and planning and goal setting and accountability, those aren't the end. The end or the purpose is for the client to continue to learn. The purpose of the agenda setting is so that the client can learn about what's most important for the session, not so the coach can do an audit of what the coach needs in order to do coaching. The coach is helping the person learn by setting the stage. As the coach is asking questions and deferring to the client about where the conversation should go and exploring the situation and the who of the client and the perspectives and the values and all these great things, it's all about that learning piece. Everything I say, every question, every input, every observation, even possible tool suggestions and frameworks that the coach might offer. All of these are about learning, not bluntly or blandly just solving problems. Everything is an opportunity for the coach to create learning, not to create moments of teaching and training, but to create moments where the client's ability to learn and their own creativity is able to shine. Now, this is an abstract one in some ways, but I do want us to reflect back at the overall structure of a coaching session. The step-by-step approach is there, but the point of the coaching call isn't to hit all those points. All of those little points along the line of a sample coaching structure, those are there for the client to learn, to grow, and to develop. Because that's the point of coaching. Hope this is helpful. Keep practicing a very solid and consistent coaching structure that is flexible to the client's needs, but always keep in mind that it's about who they are becoming through the coaching process. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep growing, keep coaching.